Hey everyone, so hopefully you've already learned once how to write the formulas for polyatomic compounds. So I'm going to kind of recap how to do that today since I am not here. So the first thing you want to do is, it says, let's say we have something like this, and it says write what's the chemical formula for magnesium carbonate. Alright, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to determine, do you have a polyatomic ion in this compound? And the easiest way to do that is to look at the ending on this second one here. Alright? So usually the polyatomic compounds, the second one will end in ate or something like that. And that's how you know that you would have a polyatomic ion. So the first step that you want to do is you want to look up the metal, and in this case it's going to be magnesium. Alright, so let's look up magnesium on our periodic table. And if you look up magnesium, it is right here. And this one is the +2 column. Okay, so remember it goes +1, +2, skips the pink ones in the middle. Then it goes +3. Over here is +4, -4. This is -3, -2, -1, and then 0. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to look up magnesium. The symbol for magnesium is Mg. So I'm going to write Mg here, like so. Alright, and the next thing you want to do is you want to look up carbonate. Alright, so remember it's got a polyatomic ion because it ends in ate. Alright, so you look on this sheet, the table of polyatomic ions, and don't worry, you can use this on the test or the quiz or whatever. So you're going to look up and you're going to find carbonate, and it's in alphabetical order in each one of these sections. So we're going to look for carbonate here, Br, perchlorate, chloride, cyanate. No, doesn't look like it's in here because it should be around in here somewhere. Alright, so then we're going to go to the next section and we're going to see, okay, carbonate, it's right there, it's CO3. Alright, so I'm going to write CO3. Alright, so now this part is where you're going to do the charges. Alright, so looking back at the periodic table again, we found magnesium. It is right here. Alright, and we're going to look up to the top, and it looks like it is +2. So I'm going to write +2 above that. Alright, and then we're going to look at our table of polyatomic ions again, and we found carbonate. It was right here. And the charge on carbonate is going to be the little tiny, they call it superscript, it's the little tiny numbers at the top. So this says 2-, and it's also in the section here, so this is -1, this is -2, this is -3. So it's in the -2 section, so it's going to be -2. So, going back to this piece of paper, this is going to be -2. Alright, and we're going to do the exact same thing here where we do the crisscross method. But the only difference is that this 2 from here is going to go to this entire molecule here. Alright, so it's going to go to this entire thing. So we're going to have to use parentheses around this. Let me get another pen that's not dying. Alright, so again, you have to put parentheses around this, and my parentheses are terrible. Alright, so this 2 is going to go down here, and it's going to go outside the parentheses like this. Okay? Then you're going to take this 2 without the sign. Remember, you don't take the minus with it. You just put a 2 down here, because remember, crisscross goes here, and this one goes here. Alright? So the chemical formula here is going to be Mg2CO3 2, because this 2 goes to this entire carbonate molecule here. Alright, so Mg2CO3 2, and remember, if you wanted to, you can also simplify this and just do MgCO3 like that. Because they're both 2's, you could simplify them. So with ionic compounds like this, you can simplify them. Alright, let's go on to this next example, and it says, what is the chemical for sodium phosphate? Alright, so again, how do I know that I have a polyatomic compound? You're going to look at the ending of the second one, and it ends in ate. Alright, so remember, all the other ones end in IDE, so this one ends in ate. Another clue is that it ends in ite, ITE. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look up sodium on our periodic table. So let's look up sodium. Alright, sodium is one of the tricky ones that actually doesn't, have a symbol that's like its name. Alright, so sodium is right here. So sodium is Na. It's right beside magnesium. So we're going to go Na here. Alright, and then the next thing we're going to have to do, since this ends in ATE, we're going to look up phosphate on our sheet for polyatomic ions. Alright, so remember again, it's in alphabetical order. So I'm going to look over here. These are the C's, these are the I's, these are the O's. Alright, there's permanganate, so it should come right after that, but it's not there. So we got to move on to the next section. Alright, we've got peroxide, should come right after that, but it's not there either. So let's keep going. Alright, there it is, phosphate. So it's PO4 with a 3- charge. Alright, so it's going to be PO4. Alright, this is the part where we have to determine the charge of sodium. So I'll pull out the periodic table again. And sodium is going to be, if you look at the top here, it's the +1 charge. So this is going to be +1. Alright, and then the next one we're going to look up is we're going to look up the charge of this PO4. So again, remember, it's organized by the charges. So this top portion is -1, this is -2, and then this is -3. And we found it right here. So it's in the -3 section, and it's got a little -3 up here at the top. So this one is going to be -3. Alright, so now we're going to do the crisscross thing again without the signs. Remember, without the signs. So you're going to go Na3, because remember this 3 is going to go here. Right? And then we're going to put this next one in parentheses like this, PO4. And we're going to put the 1 out beside it. Because remember, the 1 goes to this entire thing. So some of you may have asked, or may have asked me yesterday, do I have to write this 1? No. You can also write this compound as this. You could also do Na3PO4 if you wanted to, because you don't have to write the 1. But it's better to be safe than sorry. Alright, so if you have any questions, please let me know. Please ask me when I get back on Monday. Hope you have a great day.